मैंने अपना काम कर दिया. अभी बटरफ्लाई जो है इनके स्टमक में घूम रहा है.
It's a film that reaches out to any sort of audience.
मुझे लगता है कि didn't needed any item song. Item song की जरूरत होती नहीं गाने को पॉपुलर करने के लिए. People say it's like a बंसाली film. I say no, it's a फंसाली film.
Fantastic. Fun.
Not a single day in Barfi set was a dull day. बाकी सारे फिल्म जो डायरेक्टर लोग किए हैं तो वो सारे मेरे दोस्त हैं. मैं ऐसे कैसे कह दूँ कि मेरे फिल्म में सबसे बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस किया है? Because all of my friends. Rakesh Roshan will not put a Spanish heroine as a heroine of the film.
We have this producer director of Barfi with us, Siddharth Roy Kapur and Anurag Basu. Huge pleasure to have you on Bollywood Hungama. And a week to go for your release. Any butterflies or not?
Butterflies actually in his stomach. मैंने अपना काम कर दिया. अभी butterfly जो है इनके stomach में घूम रहा है.
How many prints and screens of Barfi coming up?
We'll be releasing the film in 1,500 screens across the country and another 400 screens worldwide. So it'll be close to a 2,000 screen release worldwide.
Now we've seen in Rockstar that Ranbir has had, I think, a superb run in the multiplex, especially in Gurgaon and all these places. So are you taking care of that? It's primarily a multiplex release in terms of the demographics. Single screen आप कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं कितना कर रहे हैं?
No, we are absolutely releasing the film in single screen cinemas. It's a film that reaches out to any sort of audience. So this really isn't a film that's meant only for multiplexes or only for single screens. I mean, it's a heartwarming, funny, emotional, dramatic, thrilling musical. So, I mean, what's there not to like for any audience? You know? So it is a film that reaches out to pretty much everyone. And we are releasing it in that manner.
There has been some perception that people are used to dialogues and all. यहाँ पर dialogues नहीं, like everything is happening in terms of action and all.
ये एक्चुअली कल ही फिल्म जब दिखा रहा था, हमारी स्क्रीनिंग हो रही थी फर्स्ट कॉपी के बाद, तो अरे बहुत डायलॉग है उन्होंने कहा. डायलॉग एक्चुअली है नहीं, लेकिन आपको फिल्म देख के ऐसे फील नहीं होता है कि कम है. ये कुछ लोग ऐसे बना लिए. आई थिंक आपको फिल्म देख के कहीं महसूस नहीं हुआ कि संवाद है नहीं इस फिल्म में, और जब तक वो महसूस ना हो तो संवाद है.
Your music has been appreciated a lot in terms of music reviews and all. But I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday and he said that यार वो हलकट जवानी टाइप का एक आइटम सॉन्ग मिसिंग है. You know, people have all sorts of expectations from movies these days, and आजकल जो है एक भेलपुरी चाहिए. It's like a buffet that people are looking for. Does that worry you?
नहीं, वरी तो होता है, because we also did made an item song कि एक प्रमोशनल सॉन्ग बनाते हैं. हमने बनाया और थिंकिंग क्या ये दिस फिल्म, बिकॉज in the beginning, because ट्रेलर के बाद एक कॉन्फिडेंस आया नहीं, पीपल विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस वर्ल्ड एंड दे एक्सेप्टिंग इट. देयर इज नो नीड टू गो गेट इंसिको एंड शूट एन आइटम सॉन्ग एंड एवरीथिंग. तो आइटम सॉन्ग तो हमारा बना हुआ था. तो आई थिंक वो आइटम सॉन्ग हम लोग यूट्यूब वगैरह में आई विल जस्ट पुट इट बिकॉज इट वॉज मेड, इट इज देयर. वी हैव नॉट पुट इन द एल्बम. इट्स कॉल्ड फटाफटी.
फटाफटी.
सो उसके बारे में बाद में बात होगी, बिकॉज वेरी सून यू विल कम टू नो अबाउट इट. आई थिंक and we are going to put it very soon. And
it's there in the film?
It's not there in the film.
Okay.
And I think we should wait. I think एक दो दिन बाद फाइनल डिसीजन नहीं लिया अभी किस तरह से कब रिलीज करना, लेकिन हमने आपस में मन बनाया कि we'll release that song
before the release.
Yeah, before the release or with the release, because it's not in the film. It's not in the film. Film में नहीं है. It's just a song. We had fun shooting that song, making that song. Let's share it with the audience.
And you know, the way that the item song has been done also is not like an item song. It's almost like the making of the song in the studio, intercut with footage of the behind the scenes of the film. So it's really about the fun that we had making the film and the fun that they had making the song.
Not about the film. Because हमें लग रहा था वो गाना जो है ना फिल्म का परसेप्शन चेंज करता है. फिल्म हमारी वैसे है ही नहीं, तो क्यों बनाना है. तो see that देखिए the kind of reviews we are getting for the music and the kind of अभी धीरे धीरे आई थिंक इज गेटिंग लिटिल पॉपुलर. तो मुझे लगता है कि डिडंट नीडेड एनी आइटम सॉन्ग. आइटम सॉन्ग की ज़रूरत होती नहीं गाने को पॉपुलर करने के लिए.
No, आजकल जिस तरीके से the way things are, people are just maybe making desperate attempts at times for promotion and all. Many times it's not there in the film itself. Like we've seen it in recent times. One more thing that I read some article and it said that यार कुछ गुजारिश टाइप का कुछ रिमाइंड करता है and all. You know, those sort of things, like it's a Sanjay Leela Bhansali sort of movie, you know. You know why people refer to Guzarish is because of the entire, that it was loved by the critics and all, but maybe the box office and all, it was a worry. Does it bother you? Do you think from that perspective?
Not really. You know, see, I mean, ultimately it's very easy to slot films before they release because people look for the commonalities and try to say this is that type of film.
Sure.
So if you've got specially abled people in the film, then you look for all the films that have specially abled people and say it's like that. So that's the easiest thing to do. But honestly, I think when everyone watches the movie, and you know, judging just by the promos and the response we've been getting to the promos, I think everyone gets a sense that this is a really entertaining film. It's really, it happens to have a lead character who happens to be deaf mute, but he's really as harami as the next guy. So we're not trying to treat him with kid gloves or make him a martyr just because he happens to be specially abled. He's just a guy who just sort of happens to be deaf mute. And it's a very, very entertaining, fun film. So I'm sure when people
I think, personally, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to it. But maybe, जी.
नहीं मुझे ऐसा कई लोगों ने कहा कि कई जगह अखबार में आके we are getting insecure and just showing that's a humor. This is what film is. This is what the film is.
About what?
People thought we are getting insecure. It's a dark film, और हम लोग insecure हो कि we are putting these promos because we are trying to make it look in a happy film. But this is what film is. This is the songs which are coming out. That's the song in the film. तो film तो हमारी यही है और यही बाहर आ रहा है. And it's not a dark film. People say it's like a Bansali film. I say no, it's a Fansali film.
Fantastic. Fun side. Mr. Basu, the fact is that even for Kites, there were some people who loved the film. Personally, I like the film a lot. But the thing is that the criticism was that... No, I'm being honest about it. I'm being honest about it. I wrote it on my blog and all. I like the film a lot. But the fact is that, people have these things, that 80% जो है वो Spanish में है and 20% Hindi में है and all that stuff. So people have those, they want a very simple thing as far as जब उनको आप entertainment के लिए जब वो जाते हैं.
मुझे लगता है कि Kites, the only thing it didn't work because you cannot make a film for all kind of audiences. We knew what kind of audience we were catering to. We were not mad. Like commercial person like Rakesh Roshan will not put a Spanish heroine as a heroine of the film and have Spanish languages. We were attempting, trying to reach some other market. Sure. But the only thing which is not worked, even in spite of doing such a huge business, I think it was third highest grosser, it was still tagged as flop because it was not commercially viable. We didn't make a commercially viable project, otherwise it would have been a huge hit the same year. Budget of, yeah.
What is the budget of Barfi? Because there was a news report that I read recently, it said 50 crores and all. Is it the budget that you've had for Barfi?
It's not even close. So we're not going to get into discussing the budget of the film, but it's not even within the realm of that. It's a very, very economically made film. It's been made at a budget that suits the scale of the film. Right. We've not compromised in any way on the movie. And frankly, Anurag, as a director and also as a line producer of the film, has done a superb job in the way that he's actually managed to shoot across Darjeeling, Ooty, Bombay, Calcutta, and all sorts of locations, all sorts of scales, all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of environments, and you'll see that in the film and still make it in a very, very tight manner.
Okay. Mr. Kapur, just an approximate idea if you can give me in terms of P&A, including P&A, approximate idea. Because I'm saying entirely from trade perspective because that story personally I felt was misleading.
Well, the number that you mentioned is frankly going to be the final number including P&A. Yeah, so it's going to be in that realm. It's between 40 and 50.
When we're seeing Ranbir Kapur, I think the way he's evolving as an actor, I think it's amazing, and especially the way he's taking up projects is something which is very, very commendable for someone so young. And still, I think it's not easy for anyone to understand the way I think he has empathized with the character of Barfi. Something as he has become the character. It's not Ranbir Kapur anymore. It's Barfi, and I think he likes you a lot personally. In fact, I was seeing some video and he was sitting in your lap and all. First look launch, you guys were kissing and all. It's like a great camaraderie you guys are having.
It was like a big boys hostel actually. The whole unit was. We all were there, all brats put together. तो कुछ पागलपन होता था set पे. So I think we had a great time. And we had a great time. Not a single day in Barfi set was a dull day. Right. And still, there was brilliant performance. There was no compromise in the work. But we had great fun. I think he's an amazing actor. He's the best actor of this generation, I think. And
is this his best performance?
That I can't say. ये audience बोलेगी क्योंकि I have not seen his all films. Right. So
Rockstar is considered as his finest work by leaps and bounds.
See, he is all the time, when he says yes to a film, he's trying to rediscover himself. He has rediscovered himself with this one, that's for sure. And I think बाकी सारे फिल्म जो डायरेक्टर लोग किए हैं तो वो सारे मेरे दोस्त हैं. मैं ऐसे कैसे कहूँ कि मेरे फिल्म में सबसे बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस किया है because all of my friends.
I will go on to say that Ranbir has done some fabulous performances in movies. I think his performance in Wake Up Sid, his performance in Rockstar, performance in Rajniti, these are all films where he's done a spectacular job. But I think in Barfi, no, well, actually Rockstar wasn't. So
yeah, but you said Wake Up Sid and.
But these are really, really good performances. I think his performance even in something like a Rocket Singh was fabulous. Yeah, I think in this film you'll see a new facet to him. You'll see a new side of him. And so it's tough to compare performances like that, but he just is one of the, one of those really special actors who tries to bring something different in every role.
Pritam has outshone himself. I would talk about the background score as well from what I've seen in the promos. I think it has got a beautiful feel to it, beautiful vibe to it.
Yeah.
You worked with him earlier as well.
Yeah, and Pritam not working. Pritam is I think I met my first friend when I came to Bollywood in '96. He's been my friend since then, and I have very few friends in Bollywood and in Bombay actually. He's one of them. And no, he has given in heart and soul because he's so busy with other films and other producers and doing so many films at a time. Taking time for background was very difficult for him, and he got committed to the background, and he's done an amazing job. And people will see when Barfi film will come out. The score of Barfi is absolutely fascinating. And it's very different.
Do you have any plans? Maybe background score को भी आप at any point of time किसी CD में आप involve करना चाहेंगे?
In fact, people are humming the themes now. So I've realized it now. Maybe all the guys who were involved in background who have seen just film twice, they were humming the themes. तो मुझे लगता है यार ये तो बनना चाहिए था मतलब and I think we'll do it in future. We'll take out we will sure.
What are your future plans after this? You're having some big films coming up. Chennai Express with Shah Rukh Khan. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. We start shooting on the 28th of September, so we're all very, very excited about that.
Right. And Deepika Padukone has been finalized.
I wouldn't like to make any statement on this before our director and co-producer do. Right. Yeah.
Okay, and Himmat Wala, another big is coming up, and Sajid Khan has proclaimed that the blockbuster, and also that is like typical Sajid Khan. So, what is about Himmat Wala that you're doing in terms of different from earlier stuff?
Well, we'll be releasing it on the 29th of March, which happens to actually be exactly 30 years after the release of the original. Right. So there'll be a lot of fun around that. And the fact is that we're launching a new heroine from the south as well, and the original Himmat Wala had, Sridevi launched, and this time we've got Tamanna. Right. So it'll be great fun at that point of time.
And you're also having Chetan Bhagat's a novel that's coming up. I keep forgetting the name because it's a bit typical.
Yeah, so the name of the movie is Kaipoche, which means basically I have cut your kite. It's a cry that you let out during Makar Sankranti in Gujarat when you say Kaipoche, when you've cut someone's kite.
Okay, what is the other?
There's a symbolic meaning in sort of like in the context of the film.
Great. I've read the novel. I think it's very, very interesting. Other films, Revolution 2020, Chetan, other novel. Is it the script is done?
No, that's something that we're working on very actively, but we're still in the scripting stage on that.
Any other movies coming up?
I think right now let's focus on Barfi because this is the one that we've got lined up for next Friday. Right. So that's the one that we're all really keen to talk about at this point of time.
And you're having heroine next week as well. Fantastic. Thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama, and all the best wishes for Barfi. I think it looks like a wonderful film, and I hope that it grows with word of mouth once it releases. That's very important.
And you have to spread the word of the mouth.
That's all we're from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.